and welcome to Political Quickie, your political show that subjectively discusses political headlines in South Africa and all around the world. My name is Macca. Cindy Macca was buried during the weekend. He passed away a few days ago. He succumbed to his injuries, which he sustained during a shooting in KZN. And it's amidst the whole shootings, political shootings happening in KZN. I'm low-key sad, I must admit. He was the former Secretary General of the ANC Youth League, as well as a councillor. So what's pretty crazy about these KZN political shootings is that it's ANC versus ANC. There seems to be a war between corrupt ANC politicians and those ANC politicians that somehow still have a conscience. Believe me or not, they still are, somehow, somewhere. He was, according to Juju, he was set to join the EFF, but there seems to be a video that suggests otherwise, with him just prior to his death saying that, actually, nah. Juju did offer him a position within the EFF, but he declined after considering it. However, I just want to honor this man. He stood for what he believed in. He was very outspoken against corruption, even within his party. And he just did not care. And, how many of us can say that, we stand for truth, or we stand for what we believe in and are willing to die for it? That's literally what happened with this man. He literally died for what he believed in. And that's just something to honor. And here at Political Quickie, we honor you. And, rest in peace. And I hope that there is, a new generation of politicians who are as honest and still care for the interests of the people and are still willing to fight for truth like you did. I absolutely hope so. Moving right along, however, on other news, KPMG. KPMG did it. It did it. So, do you guys remember that Gupta wedding that went on in 2013 that apparently cost the province of the Free State 30 million rands? Yeah, that one. Yes. Apparently we funded this wedding. So, it just so happened that KPMG knew about it. So it audited a company owned by the Guptas, which was used for the whole money laundering situation. So the money from the Free State government into that company and somehow paid for this wedding. So it somehow passed off these expenses as business costs. I don't know, because to me, most accounting students at varsities just want to go to KPMG. They want to work for KPMG, like white, black, Indian, colored, girl, boy, whatever. They just want to work for KPMG. So for KPMG to come out being unethical, you know what, actually this is me pretending to be shocked that the business sector of South Africa is just as unethical as government. Why KPMG? Why? I mean, one of the top 4 auditing firms, not just in South Africa, in the whole world. And you just go and you do this. And just as they've done a lot, they are done. No. They recalled or took back that report that they did on SARS about there being a rogue spy unit within SARS, and apparently this rogue spy unit low-key spied on the National Prosecuting Authority. And apparently Pravin Gordhan knew about it and he endorsed it. And then later on they just nah, maybe we were wrong. But we don't know. So then SARS was like, you know what? Maybe we don't forgive you. And so Cyrus is like, nah, we don't forgive you. We are just, however, gonna pursue legal action against you. So yeah, no, KPMG. Marawai. I don't get it. I don't. Yeah, KPMG is like, for law students, it's like, they all want to go to like Adams and Adams and like Weber and Windsor, and then, KPMG. Nah, man, me, I'm disappointed. I'm not shocked, but I'm like disappointed. Like, why? Why would you do this? Anyways, moving right along to international news. Jamil Hill, who is an anchor for ESPN, the sports channel ESPN. Yeah. She went on Twitter and she said that Donald Trump is a bigot. He is unfit to be president. He is not a leader, and he is a white supremacist. And of course Donald Trump was mad. He's like, oh my gosh, ESPN, why are you so political? And yeah, no, it was just a mess. And then hear this. What's super interesting about this whole thing is that at what point could a black woman be honest about what she feels, or rather her opinion about a white Republican president? How times have changed. Like, times have changed so much. On top of that, her employer, who's probably a white man as well, came out, ESPN, and said, well, she's entitled to her own opinion, like personally she can say whatever she wants, she can feel whatever she wants to feel. I'm just like, hey. And then they're like, but her opinions don't reflect, what our opinions are, obviously. And yeah, no, it's just interesting to watch that, if times have not changed, times are changing. And it's just amazing to see how everyone is realizing that actually everything is political. Every single thing is political, be it sports, be it music, be it the arts. Every single thing is political. There's a political element in that. And it's just amazing that people really care about speaking out about what they really think. And yeah, no, interesting times we're living in. Yes. Very interesting. Moving on to on the side, Nate, on the side today. We're gonna, switch things up a little bit. So we're gonna talk about talent, purpose, and doubt. So it's like a triple threat today, like like times 3 today. So talent is something that you're born with, right? You might even have like 5. You might be able to like sing, act, I don't know, run, I don't know, whatever your talent is. Like you might even have like 10 or 11 or 12 or whatever. But it's something that you're born with, and like you find it super easy to do. Although obviously like you have to harness like talent, because talent is like potential. Everyone has potential, but what separates a lot of people from just those like super successful people to just like ordinary people is actually taking the time to harness your craft or your talent, whatever it is, and adding skills to that talent. Purpose, on the other hand, is sort of the reason why you're here. Like the reason why you're on this planet. Every single person has a purpose. Someone's purpose, for instance, could be to bring joy, or to eradicate poverty, or to raise the consciousness of this generation. Like whatever, like it's always something that is more than beyond yourself. It's greater than you. It's more important than self. It's always about other people. It's always about what you're here to do for society. And initially I thought like, oh my gosh, I'm the only person who's like low-key confused at the time. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm the only person who's like confused, like what am I going to do with my life? And then I realized that actually a lot of people are confused. Even like people who are in varsity, like 20-something year olds who in like a perfect world, you should have we should have realized, or we should know what it is we're here to do, and which talent we should be delivering our purpose of, because our talent is a portal. Our talent is a portal that we use to deliver our purpose. And that's the only way to deliver purpose. That's the only way you can actually express your purpose, is through delivering it through your talent, or talents. A lot of people are confused and they're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And I found that one of the main reasons for that confusion is that everybody wants to make money. Of course, you want to be able to take care of yourself. And so you get to a point where you need to choose, like, am I going to follow my talent, my passion, or am I going to just go and study something that will make me a lot of money? I can take care of myself, I can take care of my family. And some people get to a point where they're like, oh my gosh, the doubt kicks in. They're like, I don't know what I should be. I don't know what I should be doing. But I realized that actually you always know. You always low key know. Like, it's always there. You always know what it is, but you always have excuses, whether it's external, what is expected of you, or the kind of standing you want to have in society, and so that can have an influence of who it is that you want to be in life. And so I realized, if actually you want to know what your true talent is in life, what your true passion is in life, is to look back to when you were a kid, and there were no influences, and there was no one telling you who you should be or who you should become. And look back to what you enjoy to do. If maybe you forced your whole family you forced them to, like, interview them, or you forced everyone to dance, or you just wanted to run, whatever that thing was, that is your true passion in life, and you absolutely, it's critical, you need to follow it, you need to follow that thing. And I feel like if everyone understood what their true passion in life, then probably, excuse me, if they understood that, then we wouldn't have the wrong people in the wrong occupations. You don't have these politicians that are only looking out for their pockets and not actually meant to be there, because that's not their true passion in life, right? So I feel like regardless of whatever that is going on in society, the immediate thing for 10-year-olds, 15-year-olds, is for us to help them figure out what their talent is and what their purpose is, and to build businesses around their talents, and then deliver their purpose through that. Like, imagine how crazy amazing the world would be if everyone knew what on earth they were here for, and which talent they were meant to absolutely exhaust. Imagining. Oh my gosh. Anyways, my name is Mapa Sakamura. This has been a political quickie. I love you guys. Go out there, enjoy your life, use your talents to serve humanity, and build businesses around that while you're at it. I love you guys, and I will see you next week.